What do you want to say about Amari?
He was an innocent soul. He loved pizza and oranges, and his favorite thing was cocoa melon. And he loved music and just running around dancing. He was always a happy baby, even when, times get hard or whatever, and you judge your character as a mother. He was always patient, and he loved everyone regardless of everything. And now with him being gone, it's getting difficult. You still see him running around, you still see everything, you still hear everything. And now we just gotta live through what he loves the most to keep his spirit close to all of us, and until that one time we could see him again.
How come it was important for you to come to court today?
Because this man betrayed me, he hurt me, he took my whole purpose of life away from me. And I don't want him to sit back and think that he's gonna get this at all easy. He took a precious child away from many people, and he needs to pay attention to how we all feel, because this is not okay.
You can choose not to answer certain things, right? So I just want to be clear. But the public is suspicious of you. You're also a mother who lost a child. What do you want to say to address that?
I feel like it's hard for me right now. I can't grieve in peace. I can't grieve properly at all. I'm being advised to stay home because it's unsafe. I'm not being able to be included in any of this, and I'm the one hurting the most. My baby's gone. I can't, it's hard. And everyone in the public, we respect your reach outs for the ones who do actually genuinely care and at least are trying to understand just as we are. And for the ones with the negative comments, we're still in court. I can't, it's very limited for things to be able to be said in the first place. And the negative comments is horrible. My son's up there looking down on all this, and he loved everyone for anything. And to sit here and see that this has brought hatred out of people when we're mourning over a child, that's horrible. He would not want that.
And so, did you believe Terrell when he said a woman came to pick up Amari?
I did. I had trust in him, and I would have never fathomed that this would have been the outcome. It is horrible.
Was there ever a point before his arrest where you didn't believe him?
No, not necessarily didn't believe, just started being more aware of the signs until on Wednesday when we went to Metro.
When you found out, what went through your mind?
My head just fell. I was disappointed. I felt betrayed. I just felt my whole insides just fall out. I had hope that I was going to see my baby again, and they told me that was never going to happen.
And again, I just want you to address, I want you to have a chance to address what people are saying. And one of the things is you talked to a couple of reporters, right? And Terrell shared his version of what happened, which we know police say is a lie now. But people said, well, how come she wasn't crying? Or how come she was so calm? Or what do you want to say to people who are sort of criticizing you?
Everyone handles stress and irritation a whole different type of way. And I mean, I've seen comments on Facebook from people I haven't even talked to in months, years, who you have to know me to understand. I've never been the type of person to just sit here, start crying, and let everybody know what my emotions are. I've always been a closed off person. And so me being in front of detectives and reporters, I want to try to be level-minded to try to understand the full circumstances of what's going on instead of sitting down, breaking down about, and not being able to really gather all the information. I've had my moments of breaking down every time I'm alone or I leave it. I'd be doing anything and just start crying. I don't know, I try to just keep my head strong.
I just have a couple more questions for you. Do you want to address leaving Amari with Terrell and not taking him to Colorado?
No, I'm sorry.
It's okay, you don't have to. Do you have a support system?
It's small, but it's something. We're trying to get through everything.
Anything else you want to say, and anything about like a memorial or funeral arrangements?
We're still conversating and trying to work something together. And
more likely, all those things are going to be private, so it won't be a notice of anything. Maybe until after it happens, but the family would like to have their time and have that in private, at least so she could be safe to. People been asking as well, why hasn't she been out here? But it's like, you guys are throwing hate at the same time, and it's like, how do you want her to come out here and feel safe trying to search for her son, or be out here with you guys if you guys are, throwing hate? So, it's just a difficult situation. I'm just telling her to keep her head up. We just have to move forward. So as long as she get her time to grieve and lay her baby to rest, at least privately without any other mess, after that, everybody can have their opinion on what they want to say and speculate. Because again, and she wouldn't be here, standing right here, if she had something to do with it. So, everybody's going to figure that out, once everything's all said and done. Just let it be.
What is this like for you to sort of, here's a mom who's grieving her child, but there's also a lot of criticism and...
I have had my thoughts too, just some things didn't sound right to me, and I have my thoughts too as well. But at the same time, there's no need for that. Like, we just lost a child, so she's gonna be feeling that enough for the rest of her life. That was a part of her. So why would we, sit here and bash her for something she's gonna have to live with for the rest of her life? That's no point. There's no point. I don't care how angry you are. None of it's gonna bring the child back. Be mindful. Just be mature about it. If you got your opinion, you can keep it to yourself. But to sit there and say disrespectful things or whatever, if you really don't know, why are you speaking? Everybody can say what they're going to do in a scenario, in a situation, until that day comes. Like, nobody knows. Nobody knows what to do, how to react, how to respond. They can tell you all day. So that's just what I have to say about it. Just let her be able to grieve in peace. It's no need for more negativity on top of what's already negative and bad. So I just feel like people should, keep their speculations or their opinions to themselves. Other than that, I understand. Again, I was on that side too, but it's no sense in beating her down. There's no sense in, having that mindset when she needs support. She just lost her son. You know what I mean? So I'm not here for that. I'm not here. I just want justice for Amari, and that's it.
What would justice mean?
I don't want to ask my opinion on that. But justice would means
he can go to bed peacefully, unharmed, at rest.
It still won't be peaceful for me. I'm just being honest. It won't be peaceful for me. Like, I'm not understanding. This is confusing to me for this to happen to a 2-year-old. I'm not accepting you sitting in a box. I'm sorry. If that's cleanly how I could put it, I'm not accepting you sitting in a box. A 2-year-old child, no human being at all. And for him, for whatever the situation was, I feel like you treated my child less than an animal. So I feel like you should be treated like one too. That's just my opinion.
What's your name?
Jacquees.
Can you spell that?
Jacquees.
Your last name?
Nalls. Nalls.
And you're like a second dad.
Yes.
And you guys had these shirts made?
Yeah, we had a couple of shirts made.
We made shirts for immediate family, and then we're going to start doing bulk orders for friends and close relatives who would like to.
Anyone that would like to support, anybody that would love to show support for Amari, we'll have, bulk orders done soon. And again, in my opinion, where I stand, I'm not looking for a cash grab or nothing. They can have these shirts. I just want the love and support for my son. That is it.
Thank you both.